Alright, so I was asked on Instagram, how do I make the snare sound like this? This sound, which I tried to copy the sound that you can hear on Bob Marley music, on Bob Marley's music. So it took me a while to get to this sound, and I searched on the internet and tried different things, different skins to get to this sound. It's not perfect yet, but it's quite close to that sound of, what's his name? Carlton Barrett, which is the drummer of Bob Marley in the Wailers. So what you have to do is, first thing is the skin. I would say is the most important thing, the batter skin. The one I'm using, it's a one coat or one layer. How do you say? I'm not sure how you say. It's just one layer. Let's call it layer. This one is a Remo Ambassador, which I think I've also seen Aston Barrett Junior, which is the nephew of Carlton Barrett, which is the son of Aston Barrett, the bass player. So they're all in the family. I've seen him change his skin on his Instagram, and I think he used this skin. So then what I've done is I've tightened this skin a lot. It's really tight. It is pretty tight, and you can tell because you see how far the skin is from the rim around. It's just a little bit. Normally you would have much more, maybe it would be this high, but it's all the way there. That's the main thing. What you could try is tight it as much as you can, knowing that you might break the skin to get to that sound. That would be the price you pay for that. And on the bottom skin, what I've done, this one, it's also pretty tight. Not as much as this one. It's pretty tight. And I've sort of improvised this here to stop a little bit the vibration from the snare strings, snare wires. So because it's ends up being very sharp, the sound is very short. Another thing is I know that Carlton Barrett would use a Ludwig Superphonic snare, which would be made of aluminium, which is the same as this, but this is a Tama made of aluminium as well, but it would be a bit bigger. I think it would be 14.5 inch, maybe even 15. I'm not sure. It's a very famous snare, but I've read that it has some problems with tuning, so it goes out of tuning very easily. This one is pretty good, but I have a cheaper one there, which is a pearl. You can film it. That one is probably like 100 euros, and it's also metal. I'm not sure what metal it is, but I've done the same on that snare, and it sounds good. So I know that for as long as you have a metal snare, it will sound pretty good. Maybe even on wooden snares. So now I'm just gonna show you. So I am not a drummer. I'm trying to become a half decent reggae drummer, but long way away. That's the point. Metal, aluminium, very tight. Stop the snare wires a little bit with some tape or something. You can experiment with that. If you get a better sound, let me know how you've done it. I'll be very interested to know. Alright, I hope this helps, if that's the sort of sound that you want to get to. Thank you, and share, enjoy. That's my contribution.